Hi guys, welcome to Insidefx. If you've been following us, you will know of all the great content we've been putting out and how hard we work to provide our followers with the best service possible. This is our first major video that we've released to the public, so we want to make sure that we pack it with loads of useful free information. We're going to start by telling you a bit about who we are, and then we'll get into the main part of the video, which will explain a select few revolutionary cryptocurrencies in depth and guide you through step by step how you can get some for yourself. So first off, who are Insidefx and what do we do? Well, Insidefx is a UK-based educational and informative platform which simply takes you inside the world of Forex trading. As well as Forex, we are heavily involved into cryptocurrencies. We currently have two experienced analysts, Oscar and myself, Kyle, who work together to break down the foreign exchange and cryptocurrency markets in their entirety and provide analysis for our followers. We provide full top-down technical chart work, fundamental breakdowns, short and long-term directional bias, as well as in-depth articles. In addition to this, we provide full in-depth courses which can teach any person with any level of experience how to trade the foreign exchange markets. You can follow our daily updates and trade setups through our Telegram, which is @Insidefx, or alternatively you can find us on Instagram through @InsideForex and Twitter through @InsideFXC. All of our social media tags will be included in the description to this video. We are also currently in the process of completing our website, which will be packed full of detailed information and analysis, allowing traders of all ability to profit. Our members will have access to an archive of videos, analysis, webinars and market articles, allowing them to better understand the markets in line with their own analysis. They will also have priority in contacting the team with any questions they might have regarding the markets. Now the price for this will be only £50 per month. However, for the first 100 members, we'll better that and give you a permanent 65% discount, which will give you access to the members zone for only £17.50 per month for life. That's right, only £17.50 per month for your whole life. But that's not all. On top of this, to celebrate our launch, we're going to give away a number of completely free lifetime memberships. To get free access to our members area for life, all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Telegram. Send an email to contact@insidefx.co.uk, which I'll put in the description. In that, put your YouTube and Telegram username so we know it's you. When we launch a website this month, I can guarantee you'll be the first to know. So now the introduction's out the way, it's time to get to the real valuable information and the real reason we made this video: cryptocurrencies. Being such a new market, many people find difficulty in accessing cryptocurrencies or investing into them. We've had many questions asking us again and again what the best cryptos are to buy and to show people how they can invest themselves. So we thought we'd just turn this into a video for the wider public. So right now I'm going to pass you over to Oscar, who's going to break down just a couple of revolutionary cryptocurrencies that we can really see having real value in the future, before I then show you how you can buy these for yourself.
Hi guys, and thanks for tuning in to Insidefx. Now, you may have noticed over the past year, the past couple of weeks and the past months, I've mentioned cryptocurrencies and this new era that we're heading into. Now, today I'm going to be explaining the technology behind cryptocurrencies, the way they're going to help shape a digital future of the Internet of Things. Our select few cryptocurrencies, I'm going to be analysing them and taking a look at where we see them going to next. So, blockchain technology is made popular for the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. Now, blockchain technology is being considered as the answer for many different industries. It has the ability to provide a secure and efficient way to transfer data, and many big corporations and the majority of industries acknowledge the use, and many are even implementing blockchain technology today. So, for example, Santander, with the way they send money overseas, and we're going to touch more on that later on. So what actually is blockchain? So blockchain is a decentralized database that allows the processing and storing of sensitive information to occur on a peer-to-peer network, meaning no one central authority is managing the data and everyone on the network can actually see the transaction to guarantee accuracy, effectively cutting out the middlemen such as the banks, authorities or agencies who need to get involved and verify transactions on a centralized network. A block is a new transaction being registered in the network. Now this could be a movement of a digital currency, details of voting results, or any other form of digital activity, such as a purchase on Amazon or a purchase on eBay. Now as a new block is completed, it gets added to the chain of existing records, and anyone can see the information recorded even though the identities are hidden. Now blockchain uses cryptography to ensure secure transactions, with a chain of computers in the network approving each exchange. The purpose of cryptography is simple. Data is transmitted in a certain mathematical form, so only the intended reader can open and read the data, making it secure, as well as transparent, and I'll be making a separate video going into more detail very soon. Now there's many ways that blockchain is currently being used today, and the most well known is Bitcoin, but it's not the only cryptocurrency available. However, the rise over the recent years has led it to be widely talked about. It started off as a low-key currency between a community of tech enthusiasts and believers of a new digital currency. The recent explosion in price has made it mainstream, allowing it to have the ability to pay for goods and services, and you may have even seen it in places stating that they accept Bitcoin on the high street. Now there's no limit to what cryptocurrencies can be used for. Recently 2 luxury homes were sold in the UK using Bitcoin, and countless more overseas. New millionaires and billionaires have even been created. It's even been used in certain countries to get around scarcity of local currency or high interest rates, acting as a safe haven like the way we hold gold. Now, Bitcoin has been around since 2009, and many other cryptocurrencies have emerged since then, serving more than just a peer-to-peer decentralized system, and we'll take a look at how they look to tackle current issues and which industries they're targeting. So currently it seems as though there is no limit to the way blockchain can change the world. There's new industries rapidly adopting the technology, and the first example many people think of is banking. With the ability to move money anywhere in the world with increased accuracy and improved security, banks are moving towards adopting this technology to make financial operations cost effective, more efficient, faster, and more secure. Now, one particular cryptocurrency is targeting the banking industry, and that is Xrp, the digital asset of Ripple, the world's only enterprise blockchain solution for global payments. Now, you may have seen me mention it a lot on my Instagram mainly, but let me explain how Xrp and another one of my most researched cryptocurrencies can shape the future and the Internet of Things and provide the best potential for amazing yields this year. Now, you have to remember the payment infrastructure was built way before the internet, with very few updates. In a world where 3 billion people are connected online, where cars can drive themselves and appliances can communicate, why are global payments still stuck in the old traditional system? In a world where things are moving quickly, why is sending money internationally so slow? It takes 3 to 5 days to settle, costing 1.6 trillion in annual costs, and very unreliable, with high failure rates as high as 6%. Now this is very unacceptable, and people demand a seamless and elegant experience, and today's payment rails just don't cut it. Now Ripple connects banks, payment providers, digital asset exchanges, and corporates via the RippleNet to provide one frictionless experience to send money globally. Now RippleNet provides connectivity across payment networks, instant on-demand settlement, real-time traceability of funds, low operational and liquidity costs, built on the most advanced blockchain technology that is scalable, secure, and interoperates different networks. It provides optional access to the world's fastest and most scalable digital asset for payments, which is Xrp. Now Xrp is over 1,000 times faster than Bitcoin in terms of the confirmation time of its transaction. It's also deterministic with confirmation times, so Xrp ledgers close about 3 to 3.2 seconds. With Bitcoin, it's about 10 minutes, but it's random, sometimes faster, sometimes slower. So what that means is, if you're using Bitcoin for payments, you're exposed to much greater range of volatility with something like Bitcoin than you would with Xrp. Another benefit is cost. So every Xrp transaction costs only 1/10 of a cent, whereas with something like Bitcoin, the cost would be much higher. It can now handle 50,000 transactions per second as of July the 15th, 2017. 39,156,936 ledgers have closed without issue since inception 4 years ago. So if we take all the different advantages and put them together, the higher quality hosting, higher quality validators, higher quality transaction processing times, faster and cheaper. When we take all of that together, what you end up is the only digital asset that's ready for enterprise use. Now, Dilip Rao, which is head of infrastructure at Ripple, says they're starting with retail remittance companies such as Western Union. But why? Because there's low value, because liquidity is not deep enough in these markets. So if somebody wanted to do a corporate transaction, immediately that's 10 to 100 to 200 million dollars, whereas retail remittance such as MoneyGram is much lower, doing 100 to 300 million per year. So banks will be watching this and saying, how's it going? Is that cheaper? Is that faster? And is it better? Banks want somebody to try it out first and say out, is that working? Maybe we'll jump in. So back in 2016, Ripple did a project with 12 banks to use XRP between themselves, just as a technical trial. They loved it and it said it worked. So instead of having 144 relationships between each other, they actually just used XRP and said that that actually worked. So they've already tried it out and they know that it's the holy grail. But it will take time to get there, and regulators also have to feel comfortable. The volatility has to come down in the markets and the markets have to get deeper. Now the total cryptocurrency market capitalization is roughly around 300 billion at this point in time, and it must increase for the market to get deeper. It needs to get to around the stock market levels, which is around 1.2 trillion. Now the XRP liquidity must increase to make price more stable, reducing volatility for banks and institutions, and that will only increase if more XRP is being used for cross-border real-time settlements. Now this kind of increase will come from any big corporation or bank that can soon adopt XRP for corporate real-time settlements. However, we won't be seeing that until regulators feel more comfortable and institutional capital has been sidelined until there have been actually fewer grey areas in the cryptocurrency space. So we may be seeing regulation coming soon into the market sooner than we thought. That may not actually be a bad thing. So we've seen more SEC involvement with tackling ICOs by creating fake websites which mimics ICO scams in order to protect investors and help them make safe investment decisions by helping them spot and identify fake ICOs. They thwarted a fraudulent ICO which raised 21 million in the US and abroad. Now, recently the SEC chairman Clayton said that they don't want to issue any knee-jerk regulation that would interfere with innovation, and Catherine Horn, who's board of directors at Coinbase, one of the largest digital asset exchanges in the world, said at CoinCon recently that regulation remains years away and they don't want regulation to outpace understanding, echoing the same tone. Now, this doesn't mean regulation isn't coming. Regulation can be updated as they continue to learn along the way. To do nothing in the name of innovation could do more harm than good. So the SEC are dedicating a session on Bitcoin and ICOs in the upcoming investor conference on June the 13th. All 5 SEC commissioners will be in attendance. Clayton set some minds at ease by saying it was ICO tokens that the SEC were really looking at and not Bitcoin. Now, this could be the benchmark date for when institutional money starts to come back into the market as participants get a clearer idea of the SEC's next moves. Now, the SEC will only provide more security to the cryptocurrency market, driving cryptocurrencies that have real-world use cases to all-time highs, and those that don't, unfortunately, will be pushed out of the market. Now, XRP targets a huge industry. It solves a 1.6 trillion per year problem, and we're going to go into the technicals in just a second. However, I hope this gives further understanding of why I see huge potential. So let's take a look at XRP from a technical standpoint. Now, I'm going to increase it to the weekly time frame so we can scale in and take a look at the overall price action over the past few months. Now, on the weekly time frame, what we can see is overall discrete high lows being formed. So high low, high low, high low, high low, high low, and a breakout. Now, despite the correction, we're still in the high low phase. Now, on the weekly time frame, we can see a nice trendline break, a test of the 90-cent region, a push back into the 65 cents region, which confluences with a retest of the trend line, and a nice push back above on last week's candlestick. Now, the critical support region at 45 cents is a 15-cent extension from the prior range, and as you can see, it was met perfectly. So if we scale down to the daily time frame, we can see this a lot clearer. So this is the descending trend line that was broken, and as you can see, it broke nicely, retested the 90-cent region. As you can see, it was met with some nice resistance. Price came back to retest not once, twice, but 3 times. I'm going to scale in a little bit more for you guys so you can see a little bit better. So as you can see, it's once, twice, 3 times, and we're finally moving back above and higher. And we're actually closing above the 65 cents mark, and I do believe XRP is finally ready to make its next moves to all-time highs. I do believe my first target for XRP is around $7.20, with $14.50 being the end of year highs. So now let's take a look at the cryptocurrency that's tackling an issue that we're all facing today, and that is data and privacy. Now, many of you may have seen in past weeks a lot of the hype on social media over recent emails and notifications received regarding data and privacy policies. That's because GDPR, which is a set of privacy rules that passed by the EU Parliament to give EU citizens greater control over their personal data and provide safeguards in case of data breaches. So GDPR is intended to mitigate risk for consumers, which is a valuable goal given the recent high-profile data breaches such as Facebook, who exposed raw data of up to 87 million profiles to the political consulting firm Cambridge Analytica, who did work for the Trump campaign. Now, another example coming from the internet giant Yahoo, who suffered a hack that compromised 500 million users, and back in October 2017, Yahoo revised that estimate, saying in fact all 3 billion customers' accounts were affected. Now, apart from the most recent breach being Facebook, does anybody remember the Equifax meltdown back in July 2017? Well, personal information including social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, and in some cases driver's license numbers of 143 million consumers had their data exposed. 209,000 also had their credit card data exposed as well. Now, later on that year, Equifax said that an application vulnerability on one of their websites led to the data breach. Imagine if that was your data being exposed and the potential consequences that could have been involved. Now, with the ever increasing rise of cybercrime and hacks, privacy protection is paramount at this time, and it is widely regarded that privacy coins, and particularly privacy on the blockchain, is paramount also in ensuring the future of adoption in the blockchain technology for the whole world. Now, our next cryptocurrency aims to tackle the data and privacy issue, and Enigma is one of the only cryptocurrency projects in the market that's building a network to enable users to compute encrypted data and secret contracts to enable privacy for your data. Now, Enigma is a blockchain-based protocol that uses privacy technologies to enable scalable end-to-end decentralized applications. Now, with Enigma, smart contracts became secret contracts where input data is kept hidden from nodes in the Enigma network. Now, without this functionality to protect sensitive data, blockchains are either useless or not truly decentralized. Enigma is the missing piece to a decentralized future. Now, Enigma's privacy protocols unlocks billions of dollars in values for individuals and industries, and here's a few examples of how. Now, personal data, so users can collectively and independently monetize their data while still keeping in private from companies who wish to perform analysis, restoring power to the individual. Now, healthcare companies, for example, can provide data to researchers without compromising its privacy, allowing for more discoveries and innovation. Now, let's take a look at Enigma from a technical standpoint. So I'm just going to go back from higher time frame, and we're going to start from the weekly. Sorry, lag. Yeah, okay. So from the weekly time frame, what we can see is that overall high lows have been printed, So high lows, high lows, and high lows. Now we've also got the same kind of trendline break as we have on the XRP. Now we've also got more confluencing factors for ENG to actually give us the conviction that a next upside move is imminent. Now we've got a Fibonacci extension, Fibonacci retracement, sorry, from our swing low here to our recent swing high, and we currently see that Enigma is holding around the $2 region, which is in confluence with the 50% retracement level. Now our extension target, which is the minus 27.20, which is a great area for profit taking and calculating future price movements, is actually in line with our next target and our next area of resistance, which is $4. So I'm going to go down to a lower time frame so we can actually take a look at these prices a lot clearer. So there's that trend line, the descending trend line, similar to the one that we've seen on XRP being broken. Now once we actually made this low, significant low here back into the beginning of the year, due to fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market, maybe due to regulatory issues, we actually came in for the final touch of the trend line and to also form higher low along with a double bottom. Once we've broken out, we've actually came back, done a double top, and came back for a nice retracement back into that $2 region. Like I said, guys, Enigma is the next cryptocurrency to tackle the decentralization issue, and $4 is the next upside target. Now I'm going to come out and say straight, my next upside target, well, sorry, my end of year target for Enigma, sorry, is $16. So there's huge potential for these current cryptocurrencies to actually make some fantastic deals this year, and it'd be great if absolutely every one of you guys can get involved and catch this wave. The blockchain technology is being massively adopted as we speak, and it'll be a shame for everybody to see the benefits of it at a later stage when you could have actually benefited from it now. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pass you back over to Kyle, who's going to take you through a complete buying tutorial showing you how to buy these cryptocurrencies for yourself. So thanks for tuning in. Once again, take care.